come to life through our close partnerships with the world's leading game developers. I'd like to introduce Yannick Rosner and Charles Tremblay from CD Projekt Red, the developers of the extremely popular Cyberpunk 2077.
Hi Jack, it's great to be here with AMD today.
Thanks for inviting us.
So, our partnership with AMD comes at an exciting time for PC gaming. PC hardware is more powerful and efficient than ever, but it's also becoming more accessible too.
Yeah, which is great, because it means more and more people have the opportunity to play cutting-edge game on PC.
And it's really inspiring for us here at CD Projekt Red. We are all about storytelling and want our stories to reach as many players as possible.
The new Ryzen 8000 series CPU offer a perfect opportunity for this. For example, the Ryzen 7 8700G can run Cyberpunk 2077 in Full HD without a discrete graphic card. That means you don't need to have a uber powerful gaming rig to enjoy the story of Night City on PC, as you can see here.
And even better, the new Ryzen 8000 series is fully upgradable, so even higher resolutions and levels of detail are possible.
With this processor, we're seeing great playability, performance, and scalability across handheld device, mainstream PC, and enthusiast builds.
PC gaming is more approachable than ever before, and we couldn't be happier to be a part of it.
Yeah, it really makes us excited to see what CD Projekt Red and AMD can do together as partners, with both fidelity and accessibility in mind.
Charles, Yannick, thank you so much.
I believe it's working now.
We look forward to building the next generation of game experience together with your team.
Okay.
For those who want to immerse themselves with maximum setting high frame rates in the latest games at 1080p, today we are announcing the Radeon RX 7600
Sorry
XT
about this, guys.
with 16
Can you hear
gigabytes
me
of
now?
memory is
Just let
future
me
ready
know.
for years to come. It will be on shelf
here it
later
is.
this month in January. The 16 gigabytes of graphics memory offers a wider breadth of options for content creators and AI applications. This large memory pool unlocks new capabilities for larger workflows and beyond,
Now it's working.
helping
Okay.
power
Nice.
faster performance
Finally.
in applications such as
Fucking
Blackmagic's
streaming
DaVinci
software.
Resolve. It also enables popular large language models such as the Llama 13 billion parameter model that won't run on graphics cards with less RAM. Finally, let's look at the growing AI
So
PC
here it is, the
ecosystem.
7600 XT.
With Ryzen AI now enabled across both laptop and desktop PCs, developers can create and deploy next-gen AI applications.
It's all about AI
We
right
support this effort with Ryzen AI
seems.
software, available now on
it's
AMD.com.
a GPU.
This easy-to-use
AI
solution is based on an open-source Onyx runtime
Yeah, only
framework,
on the left side.
giving
Sorry about
developers
that.
access to thousands of AI models
I have to put
on
it
the
on
Ryzen
mono,
AI
I guess.
PCs today. We also released AMD ROCm software support for our flagship Radeon 7900 series graphics cards to enable model training and machine learning development workflows with PyTorch. This gives developers more options to leverage the computing power of desktop graphics cards. We're also developing continuous optimizations for DirectML and Shark frameworks, leading to great increases in performance across many different applications. Now, when it comes to enabling developers with the power of integrating AI into the apps, there may be
Should
no
work
better
with one
resource than
only,
Hugging Face.
I believe.
Thanks, Jack. Hugging Face is the leading open platform for AI
Let me know.
builders, and we're excited to work with
Let me know if
AMD
it's
to
working now.
accelerate machine learning
And sorry
and
about
make
this
the
once
best
again.
models more accessible for all developers. Today, we host over 1 million
We
models,
don't have heating, by
data
the way.
sets, and AI applications in text, image, video, time series, biology, chemistry, and much
I'm
more.
not very happy. It's
And thanks to our
it's a
collaboration
garbage. Let me
with
just
AMD,
check this out.
all transformer models work seamlessly on AMD GPUs. We now run over 60,000 tests every day to guarantee a great experience for Hugging Face users on AMD. Text Generation Inference, or TGI, is our production solution to deploy large language models and is now natively integrated with AMD ROCm to give best-in-class performance out of the box on AMD Instinct.
This guy is the
GPUs.
literal meme of
And
a
this
French
year,
speaking
we
English.
are really excited to work with AMD to make it easy for people to run the best
Now I have the
open
comments
source
there.
models directly on PCs powered by AMD Ryzen processors. You'll be able to pick
They're
from a
dropping new
range
drivers soon. I
of
don't know
models
when,
from the
but
Hugging
they are.
Face Hub
Tell me about the
that
sound
are
of the video
already
and my voice if it
optimized
is
for Ryzen AI
okay, if it
and
isn't.
run them
Just let me know.
locally to build AI-enabled desktop applications.
Yeah, we have no heat.
Together with AMD, we are empowering all companies and organizations
currently 10
to build
degrees here in
AI
my room, 10.
themselves instead of outsourcing AI to others.
So yeah, I'm used to
And
it.
we've got some
though.
exciting things in store for the community in 2024, so stay tuned.
Thank you, Clem. It's been such an honor to work with you and to get developers what they really need to integrate AI models into apps as quickly as possible.
Let me just pause this. So you're saying that in the Nvidia side, the pricing is the same as the 4060 Super. The 4060 Super costs the same as the 4060. Well, I doubt that. But if it is, then, well, it is nice.
We're also working with developers to bring the power of AI to
People are,
content creators.
are asking me where I
Let's
live. I
hear
live
more
in,
from our
I
close
live in
partner,
Portugal.
Adobe.
Hello, Jack. It's great to join you here
What's
today.
the soft, which is
It's
nice
been
or
an
not
exciting
nice?
year of innovation at Adobe with the introduction of Adobe Firefly, our family of creative generative AI models. We are bringing
Let me see the
Firefly
voice then.
directly into Creative Cloud workflows to empower creativity for all. In fact, Adobe Firefly has already been used globally to generate over 4.5 billion images. And we are continuing
there's
to
not much I
innovate
can do,
and
sorry about
enhance
that.
our Firefly models to unlock new forms of creativity, enabling our customers to create with power, speed, and ease. AMD is helping us
I'm home,
advance
yes,
machine
in
learning
Portugal.
capabilities in Creative Cloud so that everyone can bring their creative visions to life at the speed of their imagination. Adobe has a decade-long history of AI innovation,
the
delivering
8000
hundreds of
processors will be
AI-powered features
released.
that
Oh, the desktop
hundreds
ones.
of millions of creators
Maybe
rely on every day.
August, maybe
Many
around
of our
that,
most
August, I guess.
successful AI innovations work today on the AMD Ryzen
AI,
platform
bring me something
and
new.
are optimized for the
AI
AMD
here,
Media
AI
Foundation
there.
runtime. These include popular features like Premiere Pro's text-based editing,
We need a better
filler word
upscaling.
detection,
FSR3
enhanced
needs
speech,
better
and more.
upscaling.
We expect that AI will continue to democratize advanced creative tools and enable more creators to produce amazing content. Broad availability, speed, and accuracy, the things that AMD is known for, are extremely important in this new era of advanced creative tools.
I had
Our
the
ongoing
camera,
partnership with
my
AMD
Sony camera, but
is
now I have
helping us deliver
the
delightful,
Logitech camera just to use it.
best-in-class
It's simpler
experiences
and
for
won't
our
run out
shared
of battery.
customers. And this is just the beginning. We look forward to continuing to advance creative expression,
Portugal, it's
supercharge
like 5 degrees,
exploration and
10 degrees in my
productivity,
room.
and lower the barrier to work in new mediums in close
AI,
collaboration with AMD.
AI this, AI that.
Thank you so much, and have an amazing CES 2024.
Thank you so much, Ivo, for sharing how we're delivering the next generation of
Ivo is
AI-powered
also a
experiences
Portuguese
to content
name, nice.
creators. Microsoft
We
has been one of
pronounce
our
it
longest
Ivo
and
in
closest
Portugal.
PC ecosystem partners. To provide some detail on how AMD and Microsoft are co-engineering together, here's my very
Zen
good
5
friend,
is like
Pavel
end of the year,
Devalori,
quarter
Corporate
3
Vice
maybe.
President of Windows and Devices during our December Advancing AI event.
Microsoft and AMD have a long partnership together across Azure and Windows. And it's incredible to see us moving that partnership together into the next wave of technology with AI.
Now this is
As you shared,
interesting
Lisa, for us, there are
because it's
millions
Windows.
of PCs right
Let's
now
see
with
what they
Ryzen
bring.
740 AI in market. And that's amazing because these are the first x86 PCs with integrated NPUs, enabling enhanced AI experience.
You told me everybody wanted NPUs.
Absolutely. I mean, you know,
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now we
the
get to see some
7600
incredible AI
XT is
features,
launching
something we
here.
talked about, Windows Studio effects coming to life across the scale of the ecosystem. Absolutely fantastic, I would say. Now, for us at Microsoft and for the ecosystem, our marquee AI experience is really Copilot. Similar to how the Start button is the gateway into Windows, the Copilot for us is the entry point into this world of AI on the PC. And it has a fundamental
I can use
impact on
AFMF
everything
in
we
most
will do on a
games.
computer, from work and school and
Yeah,
play and
10 degrees
entertainment
less.
and creation.
Damn.
You know,
Negative 10.
I completely agree, Pavan. I think Copilot is so transformational.
8600G will be available in the end of the month, like 20-something
it really
January.
changes the way we do work.
When we have these powerful NPUs like the ones you're building, it gives us an opportunity to create apps that take advantage of both local and cloud inferencing. And to me, that's what the Windows AI ecosystem is about, and that's what we're
Copilot.
building in partnership with you.
Today, I'm very excited to announce that our next-gen Strix-Point Ryzen processors
Okay, now
will
we have
actually
the
include
mobile.
a new NPU powered
Hawk
by our
Point, Strix Point.
second-generation XDNA architecture coming in 2024.
Congratulations.
Okay.
So a little bit about XDNA 2.
4000 Super. Do we have? This is only the AMD event. I don't know if Nvidia is doing one, or at least if they have the live stream like this.
And Pavan, I'm very happy to share.
Exactly, 7600, 16 gigabytes.
Silicon, but today, Strix-Point is running great in our labs, and we're really excited about it. Our teams have been working really closely together to make sure that all of those great future Windows
Next
AI
gen for desktop
features
will
run
be
really
released
well
in
on
quarter
Strix-Point.
3
That's
of
awesome,
this year.
and we will use
So maybe
every top you will provide.
August, September, something like
Promise,
that.
right?
Absolutely.
I can't wait to share more on Strix and XDNA 2 when we launch our next generation Ryzen CPUs later this year. A very special thank you to all of our partners who joined me
green
here
screen
today
behind.
to share all the exciting work we are doing together.
We see it on
to
the
enable
shadow.
The future of AI PCs. It is a very exciting time for AMD and the entire PC ecosystem.
Okay, Nvidia is doing
We're at the
one.
very beginning of the AI era, and we
30
can't
minutes,
wait
I
to
guess.
bring
Well,
all these
I guess we
great
can do
new
both.
Ryzen and Radeon products to market with our partners.
Well, you guys didn't miss much. It's just AI for now, but they are supposed to be releasing the 8000G APUs and many other things. Okay, it's... Don't you tell me it has ended. It has ended right now. Nah. They were supposed to be showing the 8000G and the 7600 XT more. What? What? Oh, guys, this makes no sense. This makes no sense. What? They were supposed to be showing the rest of it. What's going on? What's going on? Oh god. Let's see if Nvidia has some event, I guess. At 55, this is the one. Okay, at 55 we can do that. Well, in between this, I can actually show you something, since the embargo isn't here anymore. So I can actually show you. Let's go to the box files. Yeah, I have the smartphone here in the front. Yeah, we can see more of it. So embargoed, but it is not embargoed now. Sorry, I received an email just some time. Let's just give it another shot. But I'll show you more. Don't worry, because I'll show you more. I have the files here. I just don't know why this happened. I mean, it was like 30 minutes at most, and AI this, AI that, AI something. Man, this is just so annoying. Let me just download it. This one, I believe that's this one. Yeah, we have this one about the 76. Yes, the 7600 XT. I'm gonna show you this one, so that you guys can see it properly. It's like, sorry about this. It's like this. Yeah, this. So as you can see, let's put it let's put it here. So this is the 7600 XT, okay? So 50% of gamers are not having a great experience. Let's start that with PC struggling in recent games. Okay? So as you can see, January 8, 1030 and so on. Now, as you can see, we have them comparing actually or showing the results of the RTX 2060, which makes no absolute sense. Makes no absolute sense actually. But anyway, after that they have the RX 7600 XT 16 gigabytes, as you can see, 1.9 times faster, gaming and ray tracing, ready to take on 1440p. Listen to this, 1440p. The 7600 was targeted at 1080p, and take notion that the 7600 XT is exactly the same card. It's exactly the same card. The embargo, it said 1030 ET, yes, and it doesn't have this thing here. I received an email saying that the embargo wasn't here. For example, I can actually show you. Yes, embargo. Watermarks have now been lifted, materials from the box, blah, 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 blah. Additionally, we have prices. Okay, maybe I broke the embargo. Maybe I did it. Maybe I did not. Let's see. 1030 ET, 2 GMT. Yeah, basically 1030 ET is, yeah, by like 2 minutes. I broke the embargo by 2 minutes. I wasn't watching the clock properly. My bad, so I have to wait 2 minutes. Sorry, AMD, my bad. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's me. That's me, I guess. I have to wait 2 minutes more, guys. Yeah, you saw nothing. You saw absolutely nothing. As for the Nvidia event, well, we have it at 15:55. Bom dia, pessoal. Yeah, I broke the news. I guess I leaked it. Well, but it was already leaked on video cards. It was leaked before, so I didn't do it. I wasn't the first. I wasn't the first one. Okay, it's 29, guys. 29. 15:29. I broke the embargo. Well, let's just wait 1 more minute. I'm always doing this crap. No, I didn't. I didn't really leak the lineup. As you can see, for example, it was leaked like some hours ago on video cards. If you go there, you can see that what I was showing was leaked. That's why I made that video. As you can see, for example, larger model, they leaked some of the slides there. Not all, but they leaked some. Well, 1530, I can release it now. I can show it now, so no issues there. So once again, let's go. Let's go, as you can see. So now, as we go, ready to take on 1440p once again, and it makes no sense because 1440p, these cards are not for 1440p. I'm even stuttering. Next gen AI and creation, maybe, and up to 1.9 times faster in gaming and ray tracing, but they compare it against the RTX 2060 that was released, I mean, years ago, which makes no sense. No sense at all. As for the card, as I shown in the previous video, it is exactly the same card. So it makes no sense. I was actually waiting for something like, instead of having the Nvme 32, which is the Nvme 33, sorry, which is the lowest end SKU, which is the only monolithic die that we have on the RDNA 3 architecture. The other ones use multi-chip module. Maybe that's the reason why they did this, but I was kind of expecting a Nvme 32, which is now the monolithic die, the MCM die, sorry, that they use on the 7700 XT. Basically, I was hoping for a 7700 XT cut down to, let's say, 40 compute units, like the 5700 XT and the 6700 XT, but instead with, let's say, 128-bit bus also, and maybe, and I repeat, maybe 16 gigabytes. Or if they wanted to, I was expecting something like 40 computer units, 12 gigabytes, 192-bit bus. But I guess that's not it. That's not it. So what we have is basically the same GPU, and once again, the same exact GPU. So compute units and ray tracing accelerators is exactly the same. It is exactly the same AI accelerators. It has exactly the same stream processors. But we have 16 gigabytes of VRAM. And we have roughly 220 megahertz more on the game clock and 100 megahertz more on the boost clock. Flock? Flock? It's my cat. Flock? Flock? Ah, this cat. Just, sorry, just give me a second because he might scratch the sofas. Oh my goodness, this cat. Here it is. Flock? Flock? Meow. Voila. Sorry about this, guys. But yeah, basically that's it. Exactly the same card with the memory speed. They didn't change anything. Flock means snowflake, by the way. The only thing changed is basically that now all cards have 2.1 DisplayPort, and have higher clocks and double the VRAM, which is kind of a bummer. For me, this is exactly what we shouldn't do. That's exactly what AMD shouldn't do, because what they're doing is just copy pasting a card, putting it double the VRAM and calling it a new one. This should be called the RX 7600, 16 gigabytes. Bom dia, Watson, and not the 7600 XT. It just makes no sense. And what we're seeing here in terms of total board power, we're seeing that instead of having 165 watts, we have up to 190. Which once again makes no sense because, for example, I'm streaming from Portugal. It's 10 degrees here in my room. For example, in terms of total board power, we have 190 watts. But with my card, with my Sapphire Pulse, I can go up to 200 watts. That's the maximum board power. If I overclock, I go to 200 watts, and I can reach up, and up to 3 gigahertz. 3 gigahertz. So unless these cards, the 7600 XT, can reach, let's say, 3.2, 3.3, 3.4 gigahertz, I don't see any meaningful upgrade over the 7600. Unless, of course, we're going to scenarios where the bandwidth is the problem. And having more VRAM won't give you more bandwidth, but since you have more VRAM, you won't need to refresh the VRAM as much. And if you're not refreshing the VRAM as much, you don't need that extra bandwidth to actually refresh the VRAM. And that's why the 7600 XT can be faster in some scenarios, way faster in some rough scenarios. So yeah. How to spare energy with such GPUs? Well, undervolt them. So yeah. Soon -7 in the north. Damn. That's odd. Usually -3, -4, -5. And in Finland, it was -19. That's insane, dude. That's insane. Now, as for the results, let's watch the results, for example. Now we have 1080p results. First of all, they're comparing it once again with a 2060, which is just horrendous. It is just annoying, to say the least, and it's not good. Just makes them look even worse. They could just compare it to the 2060 Super maybe, or to the 3060, but with the 2060, it makes absolutely no sense. Even more since the 2060 has 6 gigabytes. And in those scenarios that they're showing, where you need lots of bandwidth, having 6 gigabytes is even worse than having 8 gigabytes. So for example, in Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, they're using ray tracing, of course, because the game always uses ray tracing, but they're using FSR3. And when you're using upscaling, you need more bandwidth as well, because you're using async computing and so on. So overall, you need a bit more bandwidth. Not much, but you need it. Now in Starfield. In Starfield, for example, we have a difference of 10 FPS, from 61 to 71. And in terms of percentage, that's quite a lot, okay? That's quite a lot. But once again, it's because we're running high preset, okay, with FSR2, and Starfield requires a lot, and I repeat, a lot of VRAM when you're running higher settings. In some scenarios, it requires, because it loads big chunks of data. It loads big chunks of data, and since you are loading big chunks of data, having more VRAM actually helps, and a bit more frequency also helps as well. As for The Last of Us, it is actually the same thing, so it is faster because they are using FSR2 once again, so needing more bandwidth, and then they're using the higher settings, I believe max settings. Just besides this one, they're using max settings, which needs lots of VRAM, and 8 gigabytes usually is not enough. So that's why the 16 gigabytes performs better. As for Forza Horizon 5, by the way, tell me if you need me to zoom in or something, but as for Forza Horizon 5, it's the extreme scenario, because they're using FSR2 and at the same time they're using ray tracing extreme. Ray tracing also requires way more bandwidth, because you're doing way more calls live, way more calls, so exchanging way more data than with rasterization. Because in rasterization we have baked lighting, while with ray tracing we have things happening in that moment, right in that moment. So what you need is more bandwidth. Now let me read some comments. The 6800 is a better one if you can find it, of course, definitely if you can find it at the right price. Is this new? Yes, this is new. Provavelmente uns 3 ou 4 anos, basically Watson is speaking in Portuguese, but he's saying probably 3 or 4 years. If you think of playing at 1440p, it just diminishes. You can just lower the textures a bit more. Basically, that's it. That's what he's saying. But yeah, for example, in Forza Horizon 5, we're using Ray Tracing Extreme once again, and we're using FSR at the same time, so the bandwidth that we need, the bandwidth starvation that we have with the 8 gigabytes model is actually non-existent with the 16 gigabytes model, making it perform better. But for example, if we go to Modern Warfare 3, where the bandwidth is not an issue and the VRAM is not an issue, they perform basically the same. This little difference that you're seeing, it's basically due to the clock speed difference, and that's what it is. My kid has my old 2060 in his machine, and he plays Fortnite and Valorant. Think it will hold him for a long time. Yes, definitely. The 4070 will never reach 500 unless we get the 7800 XT at 480, 470. Well, but it seems that Nvidia will release the 4070 Super at the same price as the 4070. So if that's true, then the 7800 XT will definitely get way less expensive. Yeah, basically we don't have anti-lag anymore. HyperRX is working from what I know, but HyperRX only works for the 7000 series. FSR3 is just only really in one game. It's only really in one game officially, which is Avatar. The other two games don't have the proper FSR3 implementation. Yeah, I don't have a kid. That was the kid for the comment section. The comment section was actually saying that. But yeah, as for 1440p, as you can see, the results are just stupid. As we can see, so May 2023, we have the HyperRX and Fidelity FX Super Resolution 3, and then in January 2024, we have fluid motion frames that are now a part of the HyperRX. Nice, meaning that they will indeed release the official driver with fluid motion frames in January, so the first driver, and they will, and that's basically that, I guess. Let me just see, for example, FSR3 will be available in 20 upcoming games, but when? Now we have Immortals of Avium, and once again, now they're comparing it to the 4060, okay? Now they're comparing it to the 4060. For example, in terms of the 4060 is the, just let's not focus at all. Let's not focus at all on the FSR3 and frame generation results, because yeah, that's not for me. It just doesn't really cut it, because that's not the real result. Let's focus on the real result, which is basically these ones with more saturation, these little ones. So in Immortals of Avium, the 7600 XT is a bit faster than the 4060, according to AMD, but is slower in Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, because we're talking about, once again, ray tracing. As we go to Modern Warfare 3, it is much faster, because RDNA 3... Foi floco? Because I believe that... Nega? Yeah, it's my cat again. Because I believe that... what do we see here in terms of performance uplifts in Modern Warfare 2 and 3? I believe that they use the dual issue shaders, I believe, in RDNA 3, and that's why the game performs much better with RDNA 3. As for Baldur's Gate, the 4060 is once again faster. Assassin's Creed Mirage, it's the same. Starfield is actually where the 7600 XT is way faster, because once again, it has 16 gigabytes VRAM, and The Last of Us, it is just merely faster, once again, with 16 gigabytes VRAM, which makes no sense. They are just showing this as the holy grail, and it is far from the holy grail. It's just snake oil, like the Gamer Nexus Steve tends to say. It's snake oil. Now let's see the games that will come with FSR3. Yeah, I'm seeing this for months. I've been seeing that Cyberpunk will have FSR3 frame generation in months, and still it isn't here. Nothing for Cyberpunk. The only two games The only two games that have FSR 3 frame generation currently working fine are Avatar Frontiers of Pandora and Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name. These are the only two games. We have more PAX Day, Squad, Starship Troopers, Extermination, the Talos Principle 2. Talos Principle 2 has now FSR 3? Or will have? Because I don't really know. It seems it will come. It will come. Maybe it's not working right now, but it will come. Then we have Warhammer Dark Tide, Warhammer Space Marine, and Warhammer once again. It is Warhammer, yes. Realms of Ruin. Realms of Ruin. But apart from that, yeah, taking too long. They're taking too long for the proper implementation. And if they were implementing it like they did in Avatar, because the Avatar implementation is very, very good. If you haven't watched it, sorry, go to my video section because I have a video testing it, and the Avatar version was very, very good. So if they implement that one on the newer games, FSR 3 will be very, very good. Now, once again, this is the most interesting part, and I believe that this is actually, like I said, it is, and I believe it is. It's my English. Portuguese was taking over. But we have video upscaling, yes. A thing that, for me, I mean, I don't really need it, but according to some people, it is the holy grail of videos, because they are watching older videos, older resolution videos, and they are using it. Video upscaling will come in January 2024, and they were also working on the streaming quality with VLC optimizations as well. So we have video upscaling, which is a thing that most people were asking, and we have the streaming codec improvements. If you haven't seen this video that I made this video some time ago. The Nvidia event is in, 10 minutes. So if you haven't watched, I'll just go to my channel and I'll just show you, because I have it here, AVC versus. So I tested the codecs that you can see here on AMD AVC versus AGVC versus AV1 codecs, where I test side by side the three codecs, and of course going to AV1 was already a major improvement, and now they are improving all the codecs. So not only improving the AV1, but they are improving the streaming quality overall. So for example, improved encoding and video quality. This is the upscaling technology that they have. For example, this is native 720p, and this is native 720p upscaled to 1440p, and while it does not look much better, it definitely looks better, definitely. Let me just read some comments. Ray, when it's AMD's new driver coming? 23.12.1 was not that good, 23.11.1 was way better. Yes, for me, it was way better as well. But if you're playing Avatar, you need the 23.12.1, which plays much better there. Now, as for the drivers, they are coming really, really soon. As you can see, for example, we have native 720p, upscaled 1440p. Now, AMD here is kind of selling some snake oil. I don't know why, and I repeat, I don't know why they are comparing it to the 23.7.1. Maybe these are the drivers where they introduced first AV1 encoding for the 7600. Maybe I do believe that the 23.7.1 drivers were the first ones for the RX 7600. So maybe that's it. Maybe they are improving the codec on this card firstly, and hence why they are comparing with the 23.7.1. As for the 24.1.1, it should be that. It looks much better, definitely much better. Let me just zoom in a bit for you guys to see. It looks much better. Look at here, for example. You can see that we have almost no details here of the roughness of the plate. And then we have here all the things of the roughness. We have way less motion artifacts. We have way more fidelity. Way more fidelity. It just looks much better. Definitely much better. As for the upscaling, well, it also looks better. Not that great, but much better than the 720p one. Definitely. So yeah, it's a win-win situation here. They should maybe buy some new OLED and even micro LED screens on CES. When do you think micro LED will become available for the mainstream? Well, micro LED is definitely the best way to get in between OLED and the usual IPS. Micro LED will definitely be a big thing, because you have most of the perks, or way better contrast and so on, than you do on the normal VA and on the normal IPS, mostly on the normal IPS. And at the same time, I mean, yes, it's you don't have burn-ins. You don't need to have active cooling in, like in some OLED panels. You don't have that much power consumption. It's a win-win situation in my book. Diz-me, estou a gravar. Ah, ok. Ok, até logo. Olha, toda a gente está a ouvir. Quem souber português, ouve-te. Sorry, it was my mother. I'm currently living at my mother's house, of course, but soon I'll be moving to my own home, gladly. It took some time, but I did it. I will do then videos showing you my new home, what I'll do there, my new studio, and so on. It will be interesting. Now, once again, advanced future ready features, and once again they did some direct ML optimizations. They did in fact they did, and then in January 2024, larger model support, larger creative projects, and this once again because they have 16 gigabytes. Basically, they're promoting the 7600 XT as a low-end AI development card. This is nothing to do with gaming. They're basically focusing on development. As you can see, for example, in DaVinci Resolve on the budget benchmark, they have a result 1.3 times faster. In Llama 7B, 1.2 times faster. In Cinebench, 1.1 times faster. And in Stable Diffusion, also 1.1 times faster. Once again, because it has more VRAM. And by the way, oh, thanks, Anthony. You're always here donating. By the way, let me see our message. So, Fabio, in my opinion, AMD has to do some price cuts soon. Yes, of course they do. The 700 XTX 799, 7900 XT, oh Christ, 649, and 7800 XT at 449. That seems nice to me. I believe that the 7800 XT could be even less expensive. As for the other ones, well, they will have to decrease, because with Nvidia releasing the new GPUs, they will have to decrease their prices. Otherwise, they won't sell, because the Nvidia counterparts will have the same pricing and will perform faster, or equal, but with more features and so on. And lower power draw. So yeah, they need to step up. And once again, thanks, Anthony, for being a supporter of the channel and for donating now the $5. As for the others, well, yeah, let's hope AMD AM5 will be supported for that long. AM5 will be supported. AMD is doing a good job on the CPU side, but on the GPU side, this last generation has been really, really bad for them, at least in terms of marketing. The marketing, as you can see, so starting at 269 and then 329. This should never be it. This card, the 16 gigabytes version, should be, let's say, 289, 299 at most, 299 at most, because at 299 it will be on par with the 4060, sometimes faster, while having double the VRAM. And at that price point, it would sell much better, much better. For now, I don't believe it is a good price point at all. And this card, once again, this card should not, and I repeat, should not be called 7600 XT. This should be 7600 16 gigabytes, because the XT should be like 40 compute units. The 7700 XT has 52 compute units. This one should have 40 compute units and 12 gigabytes as well, in my opinion. But well, that's it, I guess. Yep. Well, let's see the NVIDIA event, I guess. It's like 2 minutes before it starts. Yeah. That's what we have. By the way, we have more things on the... sorry about that. We have more things on the CPU side as well. Let's just see more things on the CPU side. Chip slot and so on. I believe that's it. Yeah, this is it. So in here, yeah, let me just put it up. In here, for example, we have... Yeah, I only now heard the donation sound, that's why I... Whoa. Basically now we have productivity, leadership, and so on. We have efficiency, leadership, but these are basically the... Oh, let's just zoom in a bit. These are basically the laptop versions, the mobile versions. Then we have the 8000G. This is what people want to see, and this is one of the... I'll just buy this. I'll just buy one to test because I'm really interested in this. For example, we have here the 700M series, and I believe that the 8700G brings, yes, the 780M, which is basically a 1650, a GTX 1650, basically an RX 580, let's call it that. No, well, not that much, but around the 570, let's call that, inside your processor, which is insane. And yeah, Cocas, I'm Portuguese, as you guys know. You're talking about the AV1 option in settings. The stream is still X264. No. That's on the AMD software. You can stream AV1. You can't stream AV1 for Twitch, but you can stream AV1 for YouTube. It allows you to stream, but not, of course, not on the Radeon software. But if you go, for example, for OBS, you can stream AV1. I made a video about that, about the best options and so on. So you can stream with AV1, just not... oh, I did shit. Just not with that. So elevate your game. We have Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Starfield. Come on, guys. Yeah, 4 minutes more. I can live with that. Once again, then they are adding HyperRX and fluid motion frames, which is bollocks. Once again, forget about this because they're adding upscaling and then frame generation. So these results don't count as much for me. I would prefer to see FSR here. But as for Lies of P, really, they're playing at 1080p low. But remember, this is an iGPU. This is a GPU inbuilt on your APU. So the GPU and the APU overall, and this basically CPU plus GPU, will only consume around 65 watts. And you have at 1080p low detail without upscaling, you can actually play Lies of P at around 55 FPS and Baldur's Gate at 58, which is impressive. Even Alan Wake, you can get near to 30 FPS at low settings, and of course you can always use upscaling, which is just insane. As for Full HD gaming, for example, in Cyberpunk 2077, ready to game out of the box in Full HD. I don't really know if they're using upscaling or not, but maybe. But well, Cyberpunk 2077, 63 FPS, Far Cry 6, 65 FPS, and so on. But I believe that these are some good numbers for an iGPU. You'll have fake frames. Exactly, and the 5700X 3D is also coming in the end of the month. I believe it's 20-something, and it will come at $230 or something like that. But yeah. Enthusiast class gaming. Oh, come on. Come on, guys, come on. Oh, they are basically talking about the CPU. They're saying that the CPU can still push a very decent amount of frames with the 7900 XTX. Okay, I wouldn't say it performs well, definitely. Much better, but much better than the previous APUs, but yeah, still a long way to go. As for the fastest desktop PC processor graphics in the world, smooth Full HD gaming in small form factors. We have the 14700K, but it's the iGPU, and then we have the 8600G and the 8700G. In terms of Far Cry, they perform more or less the same. In terms of F1 2022, the iGPU on the, for example, on the 8700G performs 2.3 times faster. Then on Borderlands, 2.5 times faster. On Cyberpunk, 2.7 times faster. 2.9 times faster in Final Fantasy. 3.3 times faster in Dota, and 4 times faster in Hitman 3. Retro1236 is saying lower settings at 1080p. I say yes, most likely, definitely. Thanks, guys, for being here watching as well. Somebody actually offered 5 supports. Frailing Sosa, 5 supports from ancient gameplays. I don't know what this is actually. Oh, nice. This is a new feature. This is a new feature. So basically, these people received the channel member from another member. That's actually very interesting. Very interesting. Another one. Let's see, for example, the Nvidia event almost starting 1 minute. So let's hurry up a bit on the charts. So for example, here. Oh, come on, guys, stop with the sound. And it will come more. It will come more. For example, we have here a 13400F with a GeForce 1650. Yeah, we have another one. So the 13400F with a 1650, and then we have the 8700G with no discrete graphics with the 7800F inside. Oh, come on. Inside the CPU. So basically it is almost on par in these 3 games, GTA 5, Baldur's Gate and Lies of P. It is almost on par with the 1650, and then it is faster in Star Wars Jedi Survivor and Alan Wake 2 and Starfield. It is faster. These games are running faster in an internal GPU than on a discrete GPU from some years ago, and that's insane. Oh, of course it is a 1650. It's a 1650. It is not really insane, but I mean, it's an integrated GPU. It's insane. As for productivity, of course, it is much better than the 1650. Of course, much better, as we can see. Definitely much better. Yeah, much better in terms of productivity than the 1650. Yeah. And that's basically it, I guess. Nothing really much more to show. Over 100 AI experiences. And then we have the GPUs once again. 8 core, 16 threads, 24 megabytes of cache, and like I told you before, 65 watts. I believe that the Nvidia event is still not showing anything relevant. I'll just wait a bit and show a bit more of this. 8600G with Ryzen AI. So only the 8700G and the 8600G have the Ryzen AI. The other 2 ones, I don't know why, but they don't have AI features. Only the 8600G and the 8700G. One bringing the 780M and the other one bringing the 760M. Once again, with 24 megabytes of cache, because they have more L2 cache compared to the previous generation. As for the 5000 series, we have once again the 5700X 3D, some of the one that people were expecting, because it is basically well, a cheaper 5800X 3D, a lower binned 5800X 3D. As you can see, comparing to the 13600K, well, as you can see, it's more or less on par in Control, Naraka Blade Point, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, World of Tanks, Watch Dogs Legion, Red Dead Redemption, Rainbow Six. It's more or less on par. Give it or take it. Then we have the 5700 Non-X, which is basically a CPU that no one asked for. No one asked for. Period. We have the prices on the 8000G. I don't really know. I don't really know, sincerely. As for example, the 5700 compared to the 12400F, well, they only show 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games, which is nothing. But overall, well, it seems to be more or less on par as well. And then we have these, which are basically the 5600 GT and the 5500 GT. And this is interesting from AMD. Once again, they are selling snake oil, because this time they only say AMD Radeon graphics built in. So this means that it is Vega. An architecture like 4 architectures ago. 4. And yes, too many products. We have still Vega inside these, and these are basically a 5500G with more clocks, with higher clocks, and the 5500G with higher clocks. These, no one asked for these. No one asked for these. The 5700X 3D, fine, great. The 8000G, fine, great. These, nobody asked for these. The same way that nobody asked for the 5700 Non-X. Makes absolutely no sense. As for the GT, for example, they're comparing it to the 5600G. And in terms of gaming, it is a bit faster, I suppose. There, maybe if they are not using Vega, they are definitely using RDNA 2 instead of RDNA 3. They are not using RDNA 3. That's for sure. That's for sure. Yeah, basically here we have everything that you need to know. As for the 8500G, one thing that I wanted to show you. As for the 8500G and 8300G, they do not bring all Zen 4 cores. So they bring, for example, the 8500G, which is 6 cores, 12 threads, but it brings 2 Zen 4 cores and then 2 Zen 4 and 4 Zen 4C cores. Basically the compact ones which have lower frequencies and lower cache. So it is not only the graphics that change, the cores also change, meaning that these CPUs will be considerably slower than the other ones in terms of CPU power because they bring Zen 4C cores. With this, AMD can bring way more cores on the same space with the Zen 4C, but in terms of frequency, they are much lower, as you can see, 5, but low as 3.5. But generally, it is a good decision, I believe. It is a good decision if they make the price proper, the proper price. But yeah, that's what we have here so far. You can leave your comment in the comment section and let me know what you think. Now let's go to the Nvidia event.
We are also introducing Tensor RT acceleration for Stable Diffusion XL and SDXL Turbo in the popular Automatic 1111 app, providing up to 60% boost in performance.
Wait, did you see that guy movement of the face, of the mouth? It was so strange. It was so strange. It seems
Looking
like AI.
forward, AI experiences will be delivered with a hybrid of cloud and PC computation. Hybrid AI will use NVIDIA GPUs in the cloud to run the largest language models, while taking advantage of RTX Tensor cores on your PC to run latency-sensitive applications.
And this is what they want. They actually want to put everything on the cloud in order to make you pay a monthly. Basically, you'll have nothing, and you'll have to pay monthly to have something. As soon as you stop paying, you'll have nothing again. That's what I despise the most.
We are already seeing hybrid AI in action. For video conferencing, Microsoft Teams offers Copilot, an assistant running in the cloud, while NVIDIA Broadcast runs locally for noise removal and virtual backgrounds. For content creation, Adobe Photoshop includes Firefly-powered generative fill running in the cloud, while RTX GPUs power AI tools on the PC. And in gaming, a combination of AI in the cloud and PC will pull you deeper into the story. Last year, we introduced Ace, our platform for AI-powered game characters. Let me turn it over to Seth for more detail.
Thanks, Jeff. NVIDIA Ace is a technology platform that brings digital avatars to life with generative AI. Ace AI models are designed to run in the cloud or locally on the PC. Let's walk through an interaction with a game character. First, we start with the player's voice.
I understand why these people are talking like this, but why are they all talking and acting like robots? They're like, generative AI, why they are talking always with the same tone, with the same... Come on, guys, just
voice input.
Give it some heart.
That prompt is then passed to our automatic speech recognition model, which translates speech to text. Then, we feed that text into a large language model to generate the character's response. After that, the text response is vocalized using a text-to-speech model, which is then passed to an animation model to create a realistic lip sync. Finally, the dynamic character is rendered into the game scene. Here at CES, we are announcing ACE production microservices for audio-to-face and automatic speech recognition. Available now, each model can be incorporated by our developers individually into their own pipelines. We are working with top digital avatar developers to bring NVIDIA ACE technology to gamers. Our latest collaboration is with Convey, a developer platform that enables easy integration of Gen AI-powered game characters. Convey's platform features a set of tools and APIs to create character personas and enable dynamic conversations leveraging the new NVIDIA Audio-to-Face and Riva microservices. The latest features from Convey enable real-time character-to-character interaction, scene perception, and actions. Let's take a look.
I'm back!
In this demo, we're back in the ramen shop with Jin, except this time, we're joined by Nova, a cybersecurity expert in our cyberpunk-flavored world.
So
Let's
now,
listen in as these two AI game characters have a generated conversation.
Another character.
Nova, you ever get that uncanny feeling we're like those AI constructs from the old sci-fi flicks? But nah, We're too quirky for that.
The cool thing is, the conversation's different every time.
Quirky is one word for it,
I'm
Jin.
eating
I
this.
think we're just too real to be anything but flesh and blood. You're not wrong, Jin. Sometimes I wonder if we're all just part of some elaborate cybernetic dream. If we were AIs, I'd be the one cracking jokes about the singularity over a bowl of ramen.
Interesting.
Hi, long time no see. You've been hiding in the shadows, or have you just been trying to avoid me?
Hey Nova, it's good to see you. I haven't been trying to avoid you, just been super busy. How are things?
Things are fantastic. Just secured a juicy contract with Zenith and Sons.
Hey Jin, you hear that? Nova just landed a big contract. Let's break out the good stuff.
You got it, Kai. Nova's success calls for the top shelf celebration. Just don't expect this to become a habit.
Now, this is a really interesting stuff. If there is an interesting thing that I found about this some time ago is this: the AI on the NPCs. It's just incredible how the AI changes the environment sometimes, because you can go to an NPC, for example. I saw a video of a guy that made that put like ChatGPT inside the game. I believe it was Skyrim, and he talked to an NPC, and it went like on a journey, and he came back like 20 hours after playing on that same place, like 20 hours after he came back, talked to that same NPC, and the NPC was like, "Oh, you're back. You took your time or something like that. What did you find? I heard you were in somewhere." Não sei que. Opa. I even speak Portuguese now. It's very, very nice. Very, very nice, actually. And this, speaking yourself, basically, instead of choosing the text, you're speaking to the AI and they're responding. It's very nice. I still like to just
thanks,
chill. I just like to still chill without having to talk to the NPCs, of course. It's nice that you have the option, but it shouldn't be mandatory. That's what I mean.
So Nova, have you been playing any games recently?
I've been testing this cool game tech on a secret new GPU that's launching very soon. I can't talk about it here, but I can show you at the lab.
Wow, that sounds super cool. Yeah, I'd love to see the game tech. Let's go back to your lab.
Absolutely. Follow me and prepare to be blown away by what you're about to see.
With Convey's latest framework, game characters can now interact with the scene by fetching objects and navigating the world, all based on your conversation. Over to you, Christina.
Thank you, Seth. So many exciting new developments in gaming, and it doesn't end there. I'm thrilled to share that we now have over 500...
Who's this noob calling me if I'm a man with long hair? Have you ever heard a woman speak like this? I mean, have you ever... I could actually ask you if you ever seen a woman with beard, but I'm sure you did. So let's just say that. Have you ever seen a woman speak like this? They usually speak like this. It's a woman.
100 RTX games and apps. This includes Alan Wake 2, which won 3 awards at this year's Game Awards. And we just keep growing.
Okay.
Horizon Forbidden West, the critically acclaimed sequel to Horizon Zero Dawn, will be coming to PC early this year with the...
Whoa. Well, now this is interesting. This is interesting. I loved the Horizon Zero Dawn, and now it is coming to Horizon Forbidden West. Now we're getting Horizon Forbidden West. Now this is interesting. Nice. This is one of, if not the best game, graphically wise, this is the best game I've ever seen. Period. I know it's on PlayStation, and as soon as it comes to PC, it will get even better. This is the best game graphically wise that I've ever seen. In terms of detail, the animations, the once again the graphics detail, the foliage, the water, the physics, it's just insane. And it's coming early, like they said, it's coming early this year, so whew, great.
Burning Shores expansion, accelerated by DLSS 3. RTX gamers will race to save the planet's crumbling biosphere. Let's take a look.
And God of War as well, Ragnarok.
Wow, looks like the rebels just got a lot more firepower.
By the way, what you're seeing here is not even near the quality that this game offers. If you go, for example, to some videos showing the PlayStation 5 game actually running well on the quality mode, you can see the amount of details that it has. This game is just amazing. In here, of course, we lose lots of details with the video and so on. Maybe FSR 3, maybe FSR 3 for this game. But sorry, if Nvidia is actually sponsoring this game, I don't believe we'll have FSR 3 soon.
PAX Day is a social sandbox MMO inspired by the legends of the medieval era, where myths are real, ghosts exist, and magic is unquestioned. Developed by Mainframe Industries with veterans from CCP Games, Blizzard...
This is one of the games that were already on the list for FSR 3 implementation. PAX Day.
And Remedy Entertainment. PAX Day will launch in early access on PC with AI-accelerated DLSS 3 in spring 2024. Here's a peek at never-before-seen gameplay.
Wow. It's a building simulator. Interesting. This should be interesting, actually. Early access on spring.
Last summer, Diablo 4 launched with DLSS 3 and immediately became Blizzard's fastest-selling game of all time. I am pleased to announce that ray tracing is coming to Diablo 4.
Now that one is good. Nvidia has me looking at my 7900 XT sideways. That one was good.
Or this March.
Oh, ray tracing in
Here's
Diablo.
an exclusive look with RTX on.
Because the game already looks great. Like I told you, the game already looks great, and it's basically the same. You can't see any difference, and the performance will definitely be much lower than it is right now. The game is so well made that, yeah, in terms of graphics, it doesn't need DLSS, and it doesn't definitely need ray tracing. Yeah. Nothing spectacular.
Our partnership with Activision doesn't end there. It also extends to the cloud with GeForce Now. In November, we welcomed the first Activision Blizzard game, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, day and date with its PC release. The lineup will only continue to grow, with Diablo 4 and Overwatch 2 coming soon.
Okay.
We will continue to release top titles from around the globe, like Honkai Star Rail and PAX Day. Today, I am also excited to announce Day Passes coming to our membership options starting in February. Priority and Ultimate Day Passes will give gamers a full day of gaming with fastest access to our servers.
So, Dohie, sorry if I'm not pronouncing it correctly, but there's always one guy asking me why I'm always using a code, because it's cold, man. It's cold. It's like... It's currently on this room where I'm standing, it's 9 degrees. It's not 19, 9. That's why I'm wearing a coat.
At the intersection of gaming and creating is Nvidia's modding platform,
9.
RTX Remix. There are over 10 billion game mods downloaded each year. With Remix, modders can remaster their favorite classic games with full ray tracing and DLSS 3, and use generative AI tools to transform a classic game's low-resolution textures into 4K physically accurate material.
Now, this is one of the things that I actually thought would be amazing when I saw it on the first thing, which is the Remix. This is great for developers. This is great.
We are
Definitely.
excited to announce that the RTX Remix app will be releasing an open beta on January 22nd.
Nice.
The community mod team, Orbifold Studios, is using RTX Remix to reimagine one of the greatest games of all time, Half-Life 2. Let's check out their latest trailer for a first look at Ravenholm with DLSS 3.5.
Nice. I also used to live in a tent. you guys don't give me a break. Nice. Nice. Very, very nice. Just watch this comment. Use a 14900K and your room will be 19. 10 degrees uplift just from using the 14900K. Ah, my goodness. Yeah, definitely an amazing improvement. Nvidia Remix is nice. Interesting, very interesting.
Back to you, Jeff.
Thanks, Christina. Generative AI empowers designers and marketers to create
Here is the
concept
NPC,
imagery, social
the
media
bot.
content, and more. Today,
guy's a bot.
iStock by Getty Images is releasing a Gen AI service built on Nvidia Picasso, our AI foundry for visual design. The iStock service allows anyone to create 4K imagery.
Do you guys really want to see this? Can I actually move forward? Because I have no interest here at all. Let me see what we get there. It's still about the
The
iStock.
image you want to place them and adding them with a simple description.
Yeah, we know.
iStock
AI. I mean, we have this on Photoshop.
also
we
allows
have
you to
this
modify
everywhere.
specific elements in your image. For example, you can select a piece of clothing and iStock will generate new options that fit the space. Once you are done composing your scene, easily expand your image for different mediums.
No,
Go
this
beyond
is
your
nice.
imagination and discover how easy it is to explore, design, and create with generative AI by iStock.
You mean how easy it is to lose your job because AI is doing everything for you? Yeah. Oh, here we have the bot. Look at his mouth.
At lower quality to reach more viewers. Twitch, OBS, and Nvidia are announcing enhanced broadcasting.
I'm sorry for laughing.
This
but
new
it's
feature
just...
will allow streamers to transmit up to 5 concurrent streams to Twitch at different resolutions and quality,
nice.
so each viewer can receive the optimal experience. Twitch enhanced broadcast will be supported on all RTX GPUs. Beta signups
Wait. Well, you can encode 5
at
streams,
different
but
resolutions.
if Twitch just only supports 1080p, how can you stream at 4K 60? Have they updated it or something? Because the last time I remember, you can only stream at 1080p 60, something like that, or 8,000 megabits per second, something like that.
And quality, so each viewer can receive the optimal experience. Twitch enhanced broadcast will be supported on all RTX GPUs. Beta signups start today and will go live later this month.
Yeah, Professor Xavier.
Twitch will also experiment with 4K and AV1 on GeForce RTX 40 series.
Oh, finally. I guess it's updated indeed. I guess they're finally upgrading. Jesus Christ. They're finally upgrading to AV1. I mean, they were so back in time compared to other platforms like YouTube that supports AGVC, AV1, and they were so back in time
GeForce RTX 40 series to deliver even better quality and higher resolution streaming. Today, we are announcing the Super Series. Let's take a look.
Oh, basically you can stream, so you can stream at higher resolution. So basically you can stream at higher resolutions, but you can't raise the Mbps. So if you can't raise the Mbps, the resolution will be higher, but the quality will be crap anyway. So yeah, but at least you now have AV1, because AV1 works much better than AVC or H.264 at lower resolutions, at higher resolutions and lower bit rates. So AV1 will be better. Now we have the RTX 4000 Super. Nice. I like their presentation. It's quite nice. That's nice. The marketing team should have a raise.
This is the RTX 4080 Super. For gamers, it can power fully ray-traced games at 4K. It is 1.4x faster than the RTX 3080 Ti without frame gen in the most graphically intensive game.
Wait, the 4080 Ti? Please tell me that this guy isn't AI generated.
1.4x faster than the RTX 3080 Ti without frame gen.
Who says that? Who says 4080 Ti?
In the most graphically intensive games. With 836 AI tops.
And why are they comparing to the 3080? They should be comparing to the RTX 4080 and not the 3080 Ti.
DLSS frame generation delivers an extra performance boost, making the 4080
someone became a
Super
member. Thank you very much for
fast
being a common
as a
user.
3080 Ti. Creators can generate video with stable video diffusion 1.5 times faster, and images with stable diffusion XL 1.7x faster. The RTX 4080 Super features more cores and faster memory, giving it a performance edge at a great.
But I mean, this is like AMD comparing the 7600 XT against the RTX 2060. It's the same crap. Why are you comparing it? Because the 4080 Super should be considered even an upgrade from the 4080, or at least a side grade. So why aren't they showing the results? They're comparing it to the 3080 Ti. I mean, makes no sense. But anyway.
New price of $999. The RTX 4080 Super.
$999. How are they selling it at $999 if not even the RTX 4080 can be bought at $999? I mean, well, I don't see how prices will gonna get, but I don't see this happening anytime soon.
Will be available January 31st.
Hello,
Next up
Scorn
is
Computers
the
Ltd.
RTX 4070
I'm fine,
Ti
and you?
Super. We've added more cores and increased the frame buffer
Happy New
to
Year, guys.
16 gigabytes and the memory bus to 256 bits. It's the perfect GPU to.
So for the people not inside the Nvidia GPUs. So for example, they are now comparing it once again against the 3070 Ti. Why don't they compare against the 4070 Ti or the 4070 Super? Well, I guess I ran out of battery there. Let me just. Whoop. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get. I need to get another battery. And this is basically why I'm gonna do a new studio on my new home, and I'm gonna do a studio thinking of live streaming more and so on. But well, for people not into the Nvidia GPU, sorry, the 4070 Ti, the normal one, the non-super one, actually has a 192-bit bus and 12 gigabytes of GDDR6X. So instead of having, it has 4 gigabytes more, and in order to have those 4 gigabytes more, it needs a wider bit bus, which in this case is 256-bit bus instead of the 192-bit bus. But yeah, it has more cores than what? More cores than what? Of course it has more cores than the 3070. Why wouldn't it? But overall, it's, well, I suppose it will be more or less on par, close to at least to the 4080, really close to the 4080.
Max out your high refresh 1440p panels and even game at 4K.
Yeah,
Creators will
these
love it
series
for
aren't
video
really great.
editing and rendering
It all comes to
large
the
3D
pricing.
scenes. It's 1.6x faster than a 3070 Ti and 2.5 times.
Yeah, give me the
super.
next one.
We've added 20% more cores, making it faster than the RTX 3090 at a fraction of the power. And with
Now, this is interesting. Of course, they increased the power over the 4070. 4070 consumes around 200 watts. This one will be like 250 watts because it has 20% more cores. But why are they comparing it to the RTX 3090? Now, the RTX 4070 costs around the same. If the RTX 4070 Super can be achieved or can be acquired at around the same in reality, in the land of reality, it will be really nice. If, and I repeat, if.
With DLSS 3, it's 1.5 times faster. It will be available for $599.
With the LSS 3 is 1.5 times faster. Shut up. The LSS 3's frame generation, it's a smoothing technique at most.
Starting January 17th.
It's not real
RTX
performance.
is the fastest growing laptop platform, having grown 5 times in just the last 4 years.
These are
Of
laptops
100 million
now.
Even bringing life to game characters.
Once again,
everything we do. Nvidia and our partners are excited for what comes next. And now we'll hear from Deepu Tala about a new era for robotics.
Oh, Boston Dynamics. Do you guys want to see the Boston Dynamics part, or can I actually, John Deere, or can I actually go over it?
And retail.
Because this part is about robotics and so on. I believe you guys are not into it.
In meaningful ways. Computer vision models.
Okay.
Let's see.
Let's see what we have on the Nvidia website. We say just site in Portuguese. Let's see what do we have here. Products, GeForce graphics cards. Oh, they're not here yet. They're not here yet. RTX 40 Super. By the way, let me just change the name of the live stream. Because it includes the okay. Here. Video says event 1000. Can I say this? RTX 4000 Super. Sorry about that. Super and more. Bam. Okay, let's see what we get here. 8 hours, 3 minutes, okay. Super Series. Okay. So we have here an image. Okay, let's see what they say about these cards, the 4080. Let me just read some comments because you guys must be getting bored. 1000 for a 4070 Ti. What a awful. Yes, exactly. That's exactly what I paid. Like over 6 months ago, I paid like 900 and something euros. 900 and something euros for my 4070 Ti. Too much money indeed. Now, let's see, a 4K monster, the GeForce RTX 4080 Super. The GeForce RTX 4080 Super powers fully ray-traced games in 4K resolution at 1.4 times faster than the GeForce RTX 3080 Ti without the LSS frame generation. Okay, it's 40% faster than the previous generation Ti. Whoa! The RTX 4080 Super delivers blistering performance, or not the last generation because it's basically 2 generations behind since the normal one is the generation that doesn't really matter. The RTX 4080 Super delivers blistering performance with traditional rasterization. With 836 AI TOPS, the LSS frame generation delivers an extra performance boost, making the RTX 4080 Super twice as fast as the RTX 3080 Ti. Yes, because you did not allow frame generation on the previous generation. That's why. But when they use FSR3 frame generation, now they get more or less the same performance. Yeah. Whew, mind blown. The RTX 4080 Super features more cores and faster memory for a performance edge. It will be available starting January 31. So January 31, $999. 4080 Super. If this is true, I don't believe it will, but if this is true, it is nice. As for the 4070 Super, it is at $799. And the 4070 Super, I mean the 4070 Ti Super, and the 4070 Super is at $599. But yeah, this is not something, because I don't believe in these prices. I sincerely don't believe in these prices. If, for example, we go to Newegg, let's see the current prices. For example, of the RTX 4070. So as you can see, the price of the RTX 4070 is currently $549. So for the 4070 Super to be in between this, we would need something, let's say, like possibly like the pricing going down like at a minimum of $50. So it would need to be priced at $500 in order for the 4070 Super to be priced at $599 or a bit more with taxes and so on. But I mean, it's not, it is what it is. It is not the price that it'll get. And as for the 70 Ti, the 4070 Ti is even worse. The 4070 Ti, as you can see, $769. And I believe the pricing was like, what? Was like $799, yes. $799, but once again, then you have the taxes and so on. And now we can get the 4070 Ti at $769. You have a promo, of course, of $35 off, which will make it like $735, but still, the difference is too little. The cards will perform considerably better, especially the 4070 and 4070 Super, and yet the price difference is little, so these prices need to come down in order for the others to accommodate, usually. But I don't think that will happen. What will happen is mostly these cards will keep the same values and the other ones will be more expensive. God damn it. But yeah, I guess this is it. Sadly, not much more about it. And if we go to Europe, it's even worse. Let's go to Mind Factory, for example. By the way, let me just once again read some comments because you guys talk a lot and I'm not really reading the comments. So, Fork1 says, in Europe, 6800 XT used is more like 400 euros. Yes, and it's a great card. It's an excellent card for 400 euros. Here is more 600, 2700 for... What? That's insane. Or 2700. I think they will phase out the base model along with the price. Maybe. Making the Super back to its original price. Maybe. Europe. Caralho, no. Yeah, they make sense, but they need to come down. If we go to Mind Factory once again, let's see what is the pricing that we can get for the RTX 4070. So the pricing is way higher, as you can see already. So the cheapest, and I repeat, the cheapest RTX 4070 that we have costs 590 euros. 590 euros. While the normal one, for example, the model that I bought, costs 612 euros, which is quite a lot. Let's see the TI model. The TI model costs 846 euros. We have a cheaper one here, 819. Yeah, I believe it's the cheaper one, 819. The cheaper 4070 Ti that we can find here, and it's a Gigabyte one, so yeah. So the prices will have to come down immediately for the others to accommodate, or they will be more expensive, which is more likely to happen. Paid 560 for a 7800 Hellhound OC edition in US. Yeah, the 7800, for example, we have the 4070 Ti, and we have the 4070 at 600. The 4070 was basically 600, and the 7800 XT. While the 7800 XT can be bought at, let me see, why isn't it appearing? Let me just try this. Yeah, and the 7800 XT can be acquired at around 534 euros. So yeah, basically you have a card way cheaper, considerably cheaper, let's say that. You can get a better CPU with that price difference, for example, and it will overall be faster in rasterization. So both AMD and Nvidia need to reduce they need to reduce the current prices that they have in the current generation in order to accommodate the newer RTX 4000 Super. That's what I believe. But yeah, guys, just to end the live stream, just ask me something that you want to know. If you want to know something specific, just let me know. I will answer right now. This is the time I'm giving you actually to answer. Oh, my bad. I'm rich, paid 0 for mine, insurance paid after FedEx destroyed my OLX, bought 2080 Ti Trio, doing 6k points, Jesus Christ, and 8k. Okay. Oh, that's a lot of questions. Cheapest 7900 XTX in Czechia is 2060 euros. Yes, more or less the same we have here in Portugal. Now, Mr. Django is talking in Portuguese. He is saying, which one do you prefer, the 6950 XT or the 4070? I actually have a video on that. And in terms of power draw and features, I would go for the 4070. If FSR3 was more implemented, I would maybe go to the 6950 XT, but the 4070 is just very, very good with its power consumption. It's a very good achievement that they have at 200 watts with the 4070, definitely. Okay. Plenty of good hardware, sadly software is lacking, exactly. You got a 7900 XTX for $780. That's a killer deal, man. That's a killer deal, DNT. That's a killer deal. By the way, I got the 7900 GRE. Just let me show you this before. I actually found one. I actually was able to find one. And yeah, Andre Vieira is asking, oh, I'm really tired. I was sick like the previous 3 days. That's why I'm like this. I was able to actually go into Mind Factory, but no, Mind Factory won't send to Portugal, but you can use PC Componentes that will send to Portugal. And usually PC Componentes and PC Diga have the best prices in Portugal. Usually. I finally managed to grab this card. Sapphire Pulse AMD Radeon RX 7900 GRE, which is basically the true 7800 XT. At least in my opinion, this is the true 7800 XT, and I'm eager to play with it, see the power limits that it has, and many other things. It will be very, very nice. Now, Retro1236 is saying, paid about 1200 for the Hellhound 7900 XTX in Sweden. So overpriced, but I'm super tied happy, okay, with the card. When can we buy the new AMD desktop CPUs? The new desktop CPUs, the 8000 CPUs, or you mean the APUs? The APUs will be available in the end of January, something like 24 or something like that. As for the Zen 5, they're not there, of course. They're not yet. Any release date on the official drivers for FSR3 Fluid Motion, please? Well, I did show the I need to go to box. I did show the PDF before with the CPUs. I'm opening right now, opening it, and they do say, or it was the GPU one. No, it was the GPU one where they basically say that it will be released in January. Now, if they are gonna release it or not, I don't really know, but at least they're supposed to be released in January. The fluid motion frames, the official drivers with fluid motion frames. Do you have Vega 64 clock profiles? No, I never bought a Vega 64 and I don't have the Vega 64. When AMD 24.1.1 drivers? Yes, like I told you once again, January, it seems January. That's why 24.1.1. If it is 0.1, it needs to be in January. Much better now. What are your plans for 2024? Well, my plans for 2024 are testing a lot of cards, really, myself and with my brother, testing a lot of new CPUs because I'll start testing more CPUs as well with the help of my brother and my girlfriend because we're finally moving in together. It will take some more months to get the house, well, the way we want it. It is more or less... we can go already and live there, but I want to make my studio first before moving and so on, because I can stop working for 2 or 3 months till the studio gets done. But I mean, it's getting there, and I'm actually happy to have my own home, my own house. Slim Shady, you should get a job that pays well, dude. Yeah, not all jobs pay well, sadly. I ordered last week a 7800 XT for 540. Should I return it and wait for the prices to drop? No. If you really like the card and if you want to keep your card for quite some time, just enjoy it. Just don't think about the rest. Just go, enjoy your card, use it to game, use it to watch your videos. Just enjoy it. That's the main reason. When can we buy AMD desktop CPUs once again? Are we talking about Zen 5, basically 8000 series CPUs, or are we talking about 8000G? The APUs. That's what I need to know. Oh, Jesus. Chill down, boy. The only thing stopping AMD from being a dominating company is AMD. Oh, some people have some really interesting comments. So guys, I see there's no more comments. Thank you very much for watching the stream. It meant a lot to me. I came a bit late, of course, because I was trying to deal with the streaming software. The streaming software is completely different. They changed everything and it sucks now. It completely sucks now. It is so bad. Look at this. What the hell is this? This is just so bad that it hurts. And sadly, well, this is what we have. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, leave your comment in the comment section if you want to know more things. And I see that there are more comments here, and the comments aren't appearing here on my keyboard. I don't really know why they aren't appearing here, but they are appearing here on the computer, so I'll just answer them, I guess. Will AMD release 8900G and 8950G? I don't guess so. Unless they are releasing it with another GPU, another inbuilt GPU like the 790M, maybe, like 20 RDNA 3 compute units, maybe. Okay, just so for the really final questions. Should I get the RX 6700 for 360? No, that's a lot. The normal 7600, the normal 7600 is already on par with the 6700. So they're basically on par. I have videos on that, and it only loses when we're talking about bandwidth. And since the 7600 XT has 16 gigabytes, you won't have a problem with bandwidth. So if the 7600 XT is cheaper, you should definitely get the 7600 XT instead of the 6700, especially because you have AV1 encoding and decoding. You'll be able to use fluid motion frames better because you have the AI cores, you have better asynchronous computing, and so on. So 7600X better than 8600G. Yes, that's obvious. It is better in terms of computing, definitely. But doesn't have the powerful integrated GPU because we're having RDNA 2 integrated graphics, like two cores of integrated graphics on the 7600X RDNA 2, and then we have the 8600G with 12 cores, if I'm not mistaken, 12 cores or 8 cores of RDNA 3. That's it. Yeah. Should I get PS5 or 4070 Super? Well, the thing is, when you get the PS5, you get everything. But when you get just the 4070 Super, you actually need the rest of the computer. So that's basically it. You need the rest of the computer, while the PS5 brings you everything. Oh, the 6700 XT is another. It's another thing, because the 6700 XT has more computer units and performs better. So yeah, that's a different animal. You can even go for the 6750 XT if you can find one. It's even slightly better. Now guys, finally I will end the stream. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, once again, hit like, subscribe, and share the video. And if you have any doubts, leave them in the comment section. And as always,